You know, whether you realize it or not, you probably use a dozen WordPress sites every single day. It's just the backbone of the internet for so many of us. But this giant isn't just sitting still. It's actually wrapping up the year with some serious momentum, and today we're going to dig into what's coming next. So let's start with a number that really paints the picture. Okay, just take a second to let this sink in. 43%. That is WordPress's slice of the entire web. It's not just a big player, it's pretty much the dominant force in how we all build and experience the internet. But what's really fascinating is who is using it.
Now, this might actually surprise you. It kind of flips a common assumption on its head. The majority of WordPress sites, a full 56%, are now non-English. This isn't just a fun fact, it's a signal of a massive shift. The internet's center of gravity is moving, and it means the future of the web is being written in a whole lot of languages, with WordPress right at the center of it all.
And that evolution, it's about to take a huge leap forward. Yep, planning is officially in the works for WordPress 7.0, and the roadmap, it's just buzzing with new energy for the project as we head into 2026. And we're not talking about a minor update here. This is a major milestone. And just look at this proposed feature list. It's a real statement of intent. I mean, we're talking about real-time collaboration, a responsive editing mode, big upgrades to the Notes feature, a bunch of new blocks like tabs and sliders, and a way simpler method for editing site navigation. But one of these is a true game changer.
And that game changer is, without a doubt, real-time collaboration. Just imagine it. You're editing a post with your whole team, you can see their cursors flying around, the content changing live, basically exactly what you do in Google Docs. This could totally reshape how teams create content on the web.
But here's the thing, features like that don't just magically appear. They're built by a massive, incredibly dedicated community. And it's so important to remember that all this progress isn't just driven by a company. It's driven by this powerful global collective of individuals. So take this number, 2,552. What is that? Well, that's the number of code commits. You can think of them as individual fixes or improvements made by just one person, Jonathan Desrosiers. That contribution alone puts him 5th on the all-time list of contributors. Incredible. And this just perfectly illustrates the heart of open source, right? It's a powerful reminder of that steady, often invisible effort from people like Jonathan that keeps a project of this size running and innovating. It's so much more than code, it's pure commitment. And that individual commitment, it scales up in a big way. From one person's passion, we see the power of the whole collective. This number, over 400, is how many folks are expected at WordCamp Bhopal in central India, and that's just one of 97 WordCamps held this year. It just goes to show you the vibrant collective energy that's fueling this thing all around the world.
But you know, a strong community today doesn't automatically guarantee a strong one tomorrow. And that's why WordPress is making this really strategic push to build its future by investing heavily in education.
And they've built a whole pipeline to make it happen. It kicks off with Campus Connect, which reaches students right in their schools. From there, the WordPress Credits program gives them structured internships. And for everyone else, there's Learn WordPress, which offers free resources to over 1.5 million users. It's a whole system.
And this right here is the key. The whole point isn't just to teach people how to use the software. No, it's a very deliberate strategy to grow the next generation of contributors, the people who will make sure this project keeps thriving for years and years to come.
All right, finally, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. After what's been called a roller coaster of a year full of highs and lows, WordPress is pushing ahead with a really clear strategy. And you guessed it, a huge part of that strategy is artificial intelligence.
The progress they've made on AI has been lightning fast. The team was only formed back in May, and by December, they'd already shipped foundational building blocks like the Abilities API. And the roadmap for 2026? It includes a Workflows API to chain different AI actions together. What this tells me is they're not just adding flashy sparkle buttons, they are building deep, powerful AI infrastructure for the entire ecosystem. That's the real stuff.
So when you put it all together, real-time collaboration, a serious focus on the next generation of builders, deep AI integration all coming down the pike, the future of WordPress looks incredibly dynamic. It really leaves us with a fun question to think about. What part of this future are you most excited to see? We've covered a ton of ground today, and honestly, all these insights came from the fantastic, in-depth work being done over at wpmore.net. If you want to stay on top of the future of WordPress with this kind of curated, smart analysis, I really can't recommend them enough. Go check them out.
Thanks for tuning in.